All right, so it has been very apparent that you guys have no idea how to set up accounts based off of cold traffic and warm traffic. Now, we're not going to be covering the bios and the profile pictures and the banners too much in this video because, I don't really want the channel to get flagged. But really quickly, I'm going to ask you guys, give you a little challenge. Tell me which one of these is a cold bio and which one of these is considered a warm traffic bio. Now, the answers are going to be whenever we actually go over them. But if you do not know, that's a serious problem, okay? All right, so cold traffic versus warm traffic. Cold traffic is bringing in subscribers that have absolutely no idea who you are. Warm traffic, on the other hand, is bringing in subscribers that have developed a parasocial relationship with you. So cold traffic, these people have no idea who you are. Okay, and now it's your job to convince these people that you are somebody that's worth being subscribed to. Now, warm traffic, on the other hand, is traffic that people or our subscribers that know exactly who you are and they have developed some sort of relationship with you, whether that's through content, whether that's through chatting, whether that's through, just an excessive amount of viewing, anything that you have to offer. Now, cold traffic examples are going to be paid ads. So OnlyFinder, Traffic Junkie, you name it, Meta, anything that's paid advertisements, okay? Then shout out for shout out is going to be cold traffic, just pushing people from one page to another. These people have no idea who you are. They're only going over to you because, the person is telling them that you guys are best friends or whatever. Now, any form of collabs, if your creator does any kind of collaboration with another creator, any traffic that comes from that is going to be cold traffic. They're only doing it because the person that they have a warm, connection with are telling them to go and subscribe to you. Now, anything that comes from OFTV, mass DMs, nude reels, you name it, all of this is cold traffic. Now, some warm traffic examples are going to be Instagram reels, sort of. It depends on how long the person has been watching your content. If they have, they found your page today and then subscribed today, they're technically cold traffic. So these are things that you need to account for when developing your bio and developing your landing page, okay? Now, if they're coming from X, Reddit, same thing, depends on how long that person has been following you. If you get a random reel that just randomly blows up, 1 million views, 2 million views, 50 million views, doesn't matter. 90% of that traffic is going to be cold traffic, okay? But if you have been developing a personal brand with the creator, all of that would be considered warm traffic, okay? Now, dating apps specifically is going to be very warm traffic because you guys are matching with each other, which warms that connection up. Then anything related to just social media posting in general, YouTube, etc., that is typically warmer traffic. Now, turning cold traffic into warm traffic examples would be some sort of middle touch before hitting the OF page. So using Cupid AI or using some kind of chatters or some kind of middle ground before they hit the OF page. Anybody that gets any form of communication or warm up before hitting the landing page, which would be your OF page, then becomes is a much warmer lead. So this is important to know because your landing page needs to be designed in a way that your audience is going to be interested in subscribing. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're a straight male looking for a cute, innocent blonde next door. Is this going to attract you here? Absolutely not. And I mean, what if the person wasn't even transgender? Okay, what if this person right here was not a transgender, but their landing page is incredibly misleading, yes? Now, what if this was actually just an innocent blonde creator, some kind of cisgender creator? You would not know that based off of this, okay? So I know it's a wild example, and it's like a little bit overtly emphasized, but it's to show the duality anyways, okay? So let's say you were into transgenders, but you wanted one who was a virgin and seemingly innocent. Would you be interested in this? No, you would not, right? So people coming in from cold traffic need to be told exactly what they're going to get. They have no idea who you are, what you have. You have no authority or credibility in their eyes, and they do not know anything about you. So it's your job to reflect this understanding in your landing page. So let me give you some examples. If you're running paid traffic from, let's say, Meta into an OF account or something, then these guys have no idea what you have to offer, which means your bio needs to reflect all of the things that you have to offer. Now, this comes stage number 2, where you do need a degree of copywriting and a degree of calligraphy, where your bio is copywritten is very, very, very strong. The hook is strong. And then taking account for whatever you see on an OF page on a mobile is quite different. It's quite a lot different than what you see on desktop. So if your bios and your landing pages and your profile picture and banner are set up to look pleasing to the eye on desktop, you got to understand that most people are using mobile. And so you need to cross-reference the actual responsiveness on mobile. So for an example, if you're running traffic from OFTV directly into a free page and you want everybody that hits that free page to immediately see your paid page, then if you have subscribed to my OF, my NSFW page, and then a link to your paid page, if the characters are too long, it's going to then require them to hit show more in order for them to see the link. But if you slim it down by putting my NSFW page, of.com/ and then the URL, then the URL is a lot shorter. The text in the hook is a lot shorter. It doesn't require them to hit show more in order for them to see the hook, right? And so that's going to increase your conversion by 30 to 60% from a free page over to a paid page. Very small, finite details like that, because developing a landing page is more than just throwing in some sexual crap. Right? It's about developing something that is copywritten properly, has a strong hook, and is actually easy to read. And then it's also putting what you want them to see directly in front of them without them having to go out of their way to actually find it, okay? So warm traffic audiences have already fallen in love with you, or at least to some degree made a connection with you, and they don't need much of a push. As a matter of fact, playing the cute, innocent type is the best play here, because in his eyes, he's talking to his next possible girlfriend, and we do not want to ruin that by being an absolute on the landing page. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say you're pushing traffic from dating apps, and the guy actually thinks that you guys have just matched, okay? And maybe there is some kind of chatting via Cupid or something. The guy thinks you and him have some sort of connection. Then he hits your landing page, right, your OF page, with 500K likes, 1,000 pieces of content, and gangbang written in the bio. Do you still think that he is going to be interested in this? Absolutely not. So you need to identify what traffic you're pushing into your page, and then you need to develop your landing page around that. It's not fucking mind-blowing. It's not like crazy advanced shit. This is just general landing page knowledge that I know some people just that don't fully understand that. So in today's video, or in the next part of this video, we're going to go over the differences in different types of bios. So I've scraped a couple bios from our own pages, and we're going to break down the type of traffic that's going to each one of these. So this one right here is getting majority of warm traffic, but we do have a level of cold traffic coming into the bio. So what that means is you need to either decide, do I want to make the bio entirely warm or entirely cold, or do I want to do a nice little mix in between? And so what we've done is we've actually done a mix in between to kind of be as like pleasing to both sides of traffic as we possibly can. So our immediate hook before they click show more says, hey you, it's me, your girlfriend, because this page is primarily warm traffic, okay? Then it goes into quick peeks into my life, professional mom, nature loving, and then these right here is warm traffic types of things. And then this right here is going to be cold traffic, okay? Hundreds of naughty videos, free NSFW content to rebuilders, and then this goes into just some kind of authority, credibility, status, right? So then this page right here is primarily warm traffic, as a matter of fact. So my weird kink is I love to strangers. I don't know if this is TMI. So this isn't dating app warm traffic. Otherwise, this would not work and this would not be good. This is actually traffic that's coming from Instagram, but the girl has a really, really, really good personal brand, and the guys really enjoy her kind of kinky side of her. And so our hook, our immediate hook, is my weird kink is I love to strangers. I don't know if this is TMI, right? It's a straight off the rip. It's a crazy hook, okay? And then if they click show more, I need somebody I can just all day. I just want to keep their dry, and I do like to send out free content to my rebuilders, okay? So this is a lot. This is it's pretty like aggressive, but it is a warm bio, okay? And the reason why it's a warm bio is because nowhere on here do we talk about the things that we're going to be giving somebody, right? We're not trying to present something to somebody. Now, this one right here is entirely warm bio, okay? Just silly, goofy, and extremely. There is nothing on here that is showcasing to the person who's landing on the page what they're going to be getting, okay? And it's because they're already in love and already infatuated with the creator. Now, this one right here is a warm/cold traffic bio. Yes, this page has content. Is our hook, okay? And the reason why this is our hook, because the channel that we're pushing traffic into this is through very, very, very warm traffic, and they don't know that she is selling nude content on here, okay? So we are putting that in the hook, so they do know that they're not just subscribing for nothing, that they are going to get that. Then we capitalize on the fact that she's 19. It's a very warm, description here, and then a little bit of just like extras to just kind of amplify it. Then right here, this is actually a cold traffic bio. This isn't the best cold traffic bio of all time. Cold traffic bios typically are going to be a lot more gross looking like this. I don't like the way that they look, but the point is not how they look. The point is that you are presenting to the person that's hitting your page the things that they want to see. This one is cold traffic. I just didn't have it in me to take one of my favorite pages and do something like this to it. So we kind of took a new route to it. One, our hook is because we're pushing traffic from Instagram Cupid, or not Cupid, but another chatting bot, and then 18-year-old UCLA student. That is the hook because that's what they think that they're getting, so we're keeping the funnel completely congruent through and through. I love meeting new people, which is, right, response time, those kind of sessions, and then, you see the shit on there, okay? Now, this right here is a very, very, very warm bio, okay? 18, literally just made this. I'm 5 foot nothing, but don't bully me because I'm still growing, okay? Message me. Let me know what I should do for making content and stuff. I'd really appreciate anyone who talks to me. I don't know, because I'm uncertain here, y'all. That is warm. It does not even explain what the heck is on the page, okay? Then this one right here is the current bio that we're running for our main page, and the reason why we're running this is a warm/cold traffic bio. We do push a little bit of OFTV. We push a little bit of paid ads. We push a little bit of some other traffic sources that I don't really want to mention. And yeah, so cold and warm traffic. And so you can see, since it's cold and warm traffic, my hook is cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm. Okay. Extremely tiny and always cold. I sit on here all day and chat, warm. I am always looking out for the guy who will take my cold/warm, and then cold, 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 warm. Okay. So anyway, the point is you need to identify exactly where your traffic is coming from, and then based off where your traffic is coming from, develop bios to reflect that. Now, your profile pictures and banners also hold a lot of weight in this, okay? You need to make sure that your profile picture is in reflection to the audience, right? If you're pushing cold traffic, it needs to be as explicit as it possibly can. If it's warm traffic, it doesn't need to be explicit. It needs to be the exact opposite, okay? And then same with your banner, all right? These things need to be in reflection with each other. Now, as you can tell, all of these bios are really easy to read, okay? Sometimes I do little page audits for our groups, and your guys' pages are so cluttered with information that they're really difficult to read, and this is where copywriting and calligraphy come into play. You need to understand what looks good, what is easy to read, and what is pleasing to the eye, okay? Then using certain things to capitalize on exactly where you want them to look. Now, in our example, we like to use hooks. The reason why we like to use hooks is because nobody fully understands how hooks work, and so we like to capitalize on it. And other than that, I mean, I hope this was a really good breakdown. I hope this helps you understand. And the whole point of this whole thing is it'll increase your conversion rate by 10 all the way up to 50 to 60% by just simply updating, your landing page. And you got to understand that a landing page is the difference between, you got to understand that a landing page is not just an OF thing. Okay, a landing page is a real fucking world thing. I know a lot of you guys are just OF, okay, you know what I mean? But a landing page is a genuine, it's an actual thing that is the deciding factor between sales and not sales, okay? So this isn't an OF thing. This is a real fundamental multi-million-dollar business, well, multi-billion-dollar business probably, on developing and creating high-performing landing pages. Okay, ChatGPT would not be as successful as it is if landing page was not good. Like landing pages are so incredibly important that the people have hired tech developers and website landing page developers will pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to make sure that their landing pages look absolutely perfect, because that is the difference between getting sales and not getting sales. Okay. Anyway, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you learned something here. I do have a licensing group. If you want access to that, in the link in the description, you need to apply. If you don't get approved, you're going to get rerouted to something else that I built out that I think is really awesome. So if you don't get approved for the licensing group, that's okay. We built out something specific and unique to everybody to try and get a jump on the gun and make as much money as they can so they can get into the licensing group, okay? But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to apply.